The FIC presents What's Important is You.
We have a unique set of skills that require lots of training to obtain, and we can't just be replaced with Band-Aid solutions. Part of working in the ER, what's exciting is you don't specialize in one thing in particular. You see all the different types of medical complications. So to equip a nurse with the skills and the knowledge, you need to train them in various aspects of medicine. Unfortunately, because we're short-staffed often, it's hard to get people off their schedule to work in the ER to go do these trainings because oftentimes they're not on the site where you work. But to liberate them off their schedule means you're going to make us more short-staffed. So oftentimes these trainings cannot be done. You don't feel like you really gave the best care that you have. You possess all this knowledge, you can't apply it. It's very frustrating when you come home and you're sort of decompressing from your day. You weren't really able to give the care that you want as a nurse. We came into this profession to do something that we all love to do, is take care of people, make their worst days better. Oftentimes, because of the current situation, we make their worst day worse. We often hear the short staffing issues. There's another component to that, which is losing our experienced nurses. They are basically worth their weight in gold to the team. They can do things that would require much more time versus a new nurse, and they are a valuable tool to the team. The average years of experience of your team has drastically been decreased. When I first started, I had multiple nurses that worked 15, 20 years in the ER, and now you're lucky if you find a handful walking around. Based off of what I'm seeing, it's mostly 5 years and under, which is not a lot of experience as a nurse. I feel a lot more prepared when I completed my orientation versus what we're able to give to new people today. Because of the short staffing issues that we have going on, sometimes a nurse will not always have the time to go and evaluate, okay, this patient, why is he agitated? Is he in pain? Does he need to go to the bathroom? Is he hungry? Is he thirsty? Does he just want to get up to walk? That takes a lot of time that the nurse necessarily doesn't have. It would be nice to obviously go through the checklist, properly assess the patient, offer alternative solutions, call family to get them to the bedside. Family will often help. So it's a vicious cycle. It's a short-term solution, but it's a long-term problem. Staffing is probably the #1 solution. Anything that you try to offer as a solution will not really work if you don't have the people there working. For example, you have 5 nurses working on a shift versus 15. There's no machine, there's no protocol, there's no procedure that will offset the loss of those 10 nurses. You can offer more people that have different roles. You can offer more aide de service, more PAB, more auxiliaires, but at the end of the day, the nurse has a role that only the nurse can do, and without the extra nurses there, it won't go well. The more staff that are there, the more the patient will gain and benefit, and as well as the team around you. The nurse's mental health will not be exhausted, physically and mentally. The patient will get better care. Things will be picked up quicker than if there was no nurses present, so a patient can deteriorate in multiple ways. Oftentimes that could be missed because the nurse is being pulled in a few directions, and some things are time sensitive. They have to be picked up and treated appropriately, or else it could have life-changing problems. Well, I think why most everybody wants to be a nurse, including myself, is ultimately at the end of the day, we want to see somebody who's having the worst day of their life and have a positive impact in their life, where when we go home, we know that that patient is in a better place before we took care of them.
The FIC presented What's Important is You, because our working conditions are your care conditions.